Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Avatar The Last Airbender, Season 1, Episode 16, The Deserter. And last episode, what happened? There was the episode where they found, Bato, was it? Like he's the water member, water tribe. They met back up with him in this, monastery or whatever with some sisters. And then they were supposed to receive this message from their father to tell them where to meet them or something. And then Aang hid the message from them at one point, and then he told them, then they got mad at him, and then they went their separate ways for a little while. But then Shizuko asked this person, June, to use her Shiatsu or whatever to find Katara. They sort of like got back together, like they had to fight Zuko and those two. And Uncle was there doing nothing. And yeah, Aang was able to get Katara's necklace back for her, right? So that's how last episode ended. And before we get into this one, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feeling. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. Wait, are they in the Fire Nation? Like, what was he so excited when they're about to go to fire people's stuff? Fire? Is that Fire Master, or is that the one they poster too? That's it. Is that Jet? That looked like Jet. Barely an inconvenience.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really?
Why are you calling out his name out there like that? Why are you taking off? Is it now weird? Okay, not yet. Is it not weird that mostly everybody is wearing like some kind of red garment, and they already like blue, other colors? From this vantage point, you wouldn't think that Appa would be able to fit in that. Okay. Exactly. Exactly. Sorry, boy. Is that John Jones, people? He seems defeated. Oh, so he was on the poster. No, you is blind.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
Mm. Because the air is thinner up there. Wait, is he talking about Zhao? Somebody else. No, you're not. This told you to keep it from burning. I think I have to keep reminding myself that he's a kid. How is he? How is it his fault? Oh, I think they can use the water to heal too, right? So, nice. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. The way he was talking about these old student, and then they showed him. I'm like, it must be him. cares? In your face. Who cares? It was a cool trick. Destroying stuff. Nice. Look at that. He's gonna water bend onto him or something. I don't know. Or is he gonna destroy his ships? He's provoking him so that he can destroy his ships, right? Maybe. There you go. Destroy it. That would hurt. That would hurt. Destroy your ships. Keep on fire. Ring. Uh-oh. In your face. Now, who is he gonna blame for that now? Jay. Clearly, I feel like we're gonna be seeing Zhong Zhong sometime later in the future. I feel like because, well, I don't know. We might not, because I feel like Zuko's gonna be teaching Aang firebending at some point. I don't know if Zhong Zhong's gonna come back into the picture or not, but there are many times where I have to keep reminding myself that Aang is a kid. Because, okay, they found this board where, okay, there's a Fire Nation nearby, right? And there was this festival going on, and he's like, okay, this might be the only chance that I get to see firebending, proximity and learn from it and stuff. So I'm like, okay, it makes sense. Now they're like, okay, we're gonna wear disguises into the village, and I'm like, okay. And he just pulled his thing over his head, and I'm like, that's not really a disguise. So they went into the village like that, and then they were selling masks. I'm like, okay, now that's good. Now they be walking in the village and be calling out his name, Aang, and then like there was this play that was going on. He went all the way up there, pulled off his mask. I'm like, boy, you are supposed to be incognito so no one can know who you are, and you're pulling your mask up. Okay. And then the guy needed a volunteer. He wanted to volunteer himself. How is that being incognito? Okay. They put Katara onto the thing, and the guy clearly, like, okay, I can't really blame Aang for this. I don't know. I can still blame him. But the guy was acting. He was playing up him losing control over the fire ribbon, whatever it is that he was doing. Clearly, he was playing like he was losing control, and then he was gonna, it's all part of the act. But Aang just sort of like jumped straight up onto the stage and used his airbending, revealed his mark and everything, so everybody knows that he's an airbender. And before they went into the village itself, there was this guy that was following them. At first, I'm like, is he Chet? But no, the guy is older and his name is Chet. And he's like, okay, there's this John, a deserter, used to be with the Fire Nation army, but he's like, no. So the guy wanted John set up to teach. Did he want it? But Aang is like, okay, let's have this guy who's not with the Fire Nation anymore that will be willing to actually teach me. Let's have him teach me firebending. And at first the guy was like, no. But then Aang was insisting. And he kept saying no until Avatar Roku spoke to him and he's like, do you think me weak and not be able to learn firebending or something? He's like, okay, I'm gonna teach you. And then all Aang wanted to do was to throw fireballs. That's what he wanted to do. So everything that John was telling him, like he was doing it, but he was being impatient. And John tried to tell him that all the other styles of bending, like he said, water bending was like calm and soothing or something. Earth bending was stable and something else. And fire bending is alive. That it just destroys anything in this path. If you lose control, it's going to destroy everything. But Aang was not wanting to hear that. He just wanted to firebend. And then they gave him a chore. Like the fire was burning. This leaf was burning, and he's like, okay, try to keep the fire inside there, not to let it burn the whole leaf. And because the firebending was coming, he went out there basically to he left him alone basically. And this boy was playing with fire, and then he heard Katara. You know that when he was being impatient and all that, you know that he was gonna lose control over it. And yeah, he lost control over it. And now that he lost control over it and he heard Katara, he's like, okay, I'm not gonna firebend anymore. And during that thing, Katara went by the water and she plunged her hands into the water, and then it was healed. So he's like, okay, that was when Jojon joined her up there, and she's like, there are a few waterbenders that can actually heal, and she probably is one of those people. So she learned of that ability. And then when Aang left the Fire Nation festival thing that was going on, and then Shao came in, and it's like, it's first thing, you had the Avatar and then you let him get away. He does that like all the time. Each time he comes into a scene and then the Avatar was there and they weren't able to like retain him, that's the first thing that comes out of his mouth. And I feel like he never wants to take responsibility for anything. Okay, and then you had the John telling the story about how he had this student that just went haywire. He didn't want to learn control. He just whatever. You knew he was talking about Shao, and yeah, he came onto the shore, and excuse me, the Fire Nation soldiers had John surrounded, but he was able to slip away from them. And then when they went and told Aang that the Fire Nation was that Shao was there and that they were gonna capture John, Aang wanted to go help, and then he went there. And then when him and Shao started fighting, was he really fighting? Because he wasn't really fighting, because he was the only one that was throwing water like everywhere, burning up the trees around him. So that gave Aang an idea, and he was just like jumping over each of the boats to get him to just light them up and destroy all the boats so that he won't be able to follow them or anything. And he cornered Aang at one point. He's like, you can't go anywhere now. And it's like, boy, well, I'm the one that's saying boy. And he did not say that. Like, he just basically showed him that what he did with his fire, that because he had no self-control or whatever, he destroyed all the ships. And he's like, have fun swimming or something home. Then he left Jal behind. And Jal was like, I'm like, who is he gonna blame now? Is he gonna blame himself? Because that's what he does. He will have the opportunity to capture the Avatar. The Avatar will slip away from him, and then he's gonna blame everybody else around him except for himself for having lost the Avatar. Now he's the only one there, and he's the one that burned all the boats. Who is he gonna blame now? Is he gonna take the blame for himself now? I really do not like this character. I really don't like Zhao, like, at all. I don't. What has happened? Che was left alone. Zhang and the other firebenders that were with him, like, they disappeared. We don't know where they went. I'm sure he's gonna show up sooner or later, somewhere down the road. But yeah, that's what happened this episode. Before the episode ended, Aang was hurt. The fire burned him, and then Katara used her newfound healing abilities to heal him. It was kind of quick though, the way she sort of like mastered the healing so quickly. Maybe, I don't know. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/FreeLemini, and you can also see the full length for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.